Sister, I guess I don't ever recall a time that anybody has been so excited to hear my sermon that they leave the car running in the parking lot. But strange things happen. I remember one time when I lived in the Alabama village, there was this little ice cream place up on Wilson Avenue, and I had a 49 Plymouth. And I used to go to that ice cream place all the time. And to get ice cream, well, one day I went up there, I parked my car and I went inside, and all of a sudden I heard this crash, and I turned around and looked, and my car had cranked itself up and had ran into the side of the wall. Honestly, it had. It had one of these little solenoids. I don't know if you remember that, right? One of these solenoids, when that solenoid made contact, it would crack your car. But that reminded me of that incident. But, good to be here this morning. Last Sunday, I talked about anger and forgiveness. Today I'm going to be talking about famous quotes. I'm going to switch gears here just a little bit, talk about some famous quotes. For an example, let go and let God. My subject one really should have had a question mark on it, because this is really a question and not a statement. Should we really let go and let God? Depends on what you're talking about. I'll be presenting this this morning and discussing it, and we'll see if we really should let go and let God. You know, sometimes famous quotes have an impact on our behavior. We will memorize a quote, and when a situation presents itself, we'll respond by acting out that quote. Now, sometimes quotes are misused, they're abused. We need to be careful how we use them. Even with biblical quotes, we need to be careful that we consider who is doing the talking, who is he talking to, what is the subject, and what is the time frame before we make a correct interpretation of the Scripture. So we need to be careful with quotes. I noticed one day on Facebook, you might have seen the same post, Jason Dufour on 7/31 of 2018, he had a question. Would you, as a Christian, be able to discern a quote from Jesus and a quote from Satan? And he used Luke 4, verses 7 to prove his point. He posted, so if you worship me, it will be all yours. And he asked, who said? Within 1 hour. He had over 100 likes and received 576. Amen, brother, amen. Including one comment that said, God will give you everything you want. Did you know that only 3.5% of all the people who responded corrected him? This quote was actually taken out of context, and a lot of folks thought this was a quote by Jesus, when in fact it was a quote by Satan when Satan led Jesus out into the desert to be tempted, as you will all recall. God never promised us, first of all, that he would give us everything we want. Like some seem to think. Think about John 3:16, for an example. The promise is eternal life, not material good. Here's what he said. In this life, here's what it says. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So what is the promise here? The promise is everlasting life. Jesus never promised us everything. Matter of fact, in John 16, verse 33, Jesus said, in this life, you're going to have trouble. So really, we all are going to have trouble in this life, and we all know that, because most of us have experienced that. Then in James 1, verses 2, it says, consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds. So Luke 4:7 is not a quote from Jesus, it's actually a quote from Satan. Jacob asked the minister who made this quote, and he said, Jesus, He was corrected by Jacob, and he removed his comment from Facebook shortly thereafter. And it just proves how our perception can be wrong by not reading the text within its context. There are a lot of other quotes like this. There are many quotes and statements that are made that are misused, taken out of context. Now, they're not even biblical, matter of fact. Here's just a few of the false preacher traditions now being taught among churches of New Testament truth. And these traditions are neither named or mentioned in the Old Testament, Law of Moses, Matthew 19, or anywhere in the New Testament. They're just a figment of some preacher's imagination. Moderation in all things, number one. Once saved, always saved is another one. Money is the root of all evil is another one. God help those who help themselves is another one. The same is true of the statement of the subject matter for today. Let go and let God. And that brings us to the light. Sometimes people ask us to locate certain sayings in the Bible that just simply doesn't exist. Many sayings have developed throughout the years by various means. The Scripture supports some of these sayings, yet contradicts others. For example, moderation in all things. Where in the Bible do you find it? Moderation in all things. Those are the exact words. I believe in moderation. I have good reason to believe in moderation because the instruction given to deacons about the use of wine in 1 Timothy 3 verses 8 is one of them. It says deacons are to be worthy of respect, sincere, not indulging in much wine. Those here doesn't say that not to have any wine. It says they're not to be indulging in much wine. Drunkenness is a sin. I personally, I don't have a problem with somebody drinking a glass of wine. But that's just me. Other people object to this. And when somebody objects to it and I'm around that person, I would never, ever, out of the sake of love, I would say, to take a glass of wine in front of them. But drunkenness is a sin. So moderation in all things is a good idea. A great idea. But you won't find these exact words in the Bible. You won't find them in the New Testament, Old Testament, anywhere else. Well, the Bible supports the statement. However, the word moderation in all things is not in the Bible. Number two. Famous old saying, once saved, always saved. Again, nowhere in the Bible you're going to find these words. Once saved, always saved. Matter of fact, it's a contradiction of what the Bible teaches us. 1 Corinthians 10 verses 12 we find, so if you think you're standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. Matter of fact, this statement is a contradiction of what the Bible really teaches about being saved. We can all fall from grace. Based on 1 Corinthians 10 verses 12. So once saved is not in the Bible. Money is the root of all evil. Nowhere in the Bible you're going to find it said that money is the root of all evil. 1 Timothy 6 verses 10, it does say, for the love of money is the root of all evil, and it's through this craving that some have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many pains. Notice what it really says. It does not say money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money and the craving for money is the root of all kinds of evil. We use money to do good all the time. Money can be used for good. I mean, Henry and I, we kind of work together on the benevolence point there. I got to tell you, first, we didn't have the money. We wouldn't get help. Money can be used for good. It can be used for good for some of you here today. Money is not evil within itself. It's how you use it, how you spend it, how you manage it. I might add, this is a big responsibility as far as our elders are concerned, to manage the church's money properly. They will be held accountable like we're held accountable for many things as Christians. They're going to be held accountable for how they manage God's money. So, the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not in the Bible. Number 4, God helps those who help themselves. Nowhere in the Bible do you find these exact words, that God helps those who help themselves. You know, 1 in 8 Americans believe the Bible not only teaches this, but it says this too. And yet, if you went searching for it in the book of Proverbs and in the saying of Jesus, you'll just be out of luck. That's all it has to say. You just be out of luck. It's nowhere in the Bible. In fact, the Bible says and teaches the exact opposite. So where does this come from? Although he didn't invent it, Benjamin Franklin is surely held to have popularized this motto as his Poor Richard's Almanac. And here's how it appears in the 1957 edition. Let us hearken to good advice, and something may be done for us. God helps them to help themselves, as Poor Richard says in his Almanac of 1733. While this may sound superficial, like the kind of proverb you might hear from a committed Christian, Franklin was a deist. He didn't believe in a personal God who is actively involved in the affairs of people, but rather in a God who set the world in motion but stands at a distance while we fend for ourselves. That's what he believed in. Not only is this motto not in the Bible, it wasn't popularized by someone who was committed to the historic Christian faith and the biblical teaching on God's character. Think about this. Some folks are rich not because of what they've done, but because they inherited the money. You think about that. Others have become rich because of winning the lottery. I know thousands of people have won the lottery. What did they do to help themselves? Maybe they went out and bought a lottery ticket, right? That's a lot of effort there. But you know, I think a lot of these folks winning the lottery, thousands, millions upon millions of dollars, you must later be totally broke, but not managing their money properly. I'm not saying that we should not work to earn a living. This is God's will for each one. Matter of fact, it's mentioned over 50 times in the Scripture that we should all work for a living. All the point is this. Just because somebody says something does not make it biblical. But we should always compare quotes that have an influence on our lives with biblical truth. So let's talk about letting go and letting God. After all, that's what we're going to talk about. Where in the Bible are these exact words? Let go and let God. It's a phrase that cropped up some years ago and still has some popularity today. Actually, the Bible does not tell us to let go and let God. In fact, there are so many commandments about what we're to do that it contradicts the way those people interpret let go and let God. The popular idea of letting go is to adopt a sort of spiritual mindset wherein we do nothing, say nothing, feel nothing, and simply live, allowing circumstances to roll over us, however they may. And that's the way some people see it, let go and let God. But you know what? The Christian life is a spiritual battle. It really is. Number one, we need to be good soldiers for Jesus Christ. 1 Timothy 6, verses 12, it says, fight the good fight of the faith. Take hold of the eternal life to which you were called when you were made your good confession in the presence of many witnesses. Here Timothy is telling us to be like a good soldier of Jesus Christ and fight the fight of the faith. What are the qualities of some of the good soldiers? Those of you who served in Vietnam and other wars, maybe we have some. I don't think we have anybody here who served in World War II, do we? If you do, raise your hand. What are the qualities of some good soldiers? A good soldier is first of all obedient. He's trustworthy, he's brave, and he endures hardship. Timothy's told us to be like this so that we can take hold of eternal life. Again, 2 Timothy 2 verses 3, he says, join in with me in suffering like a good soldier of Jesus Christ. Here Timothy's asking us to bear hardships like a good soldier. Sometimes soldiers on the battlefields endure tremendous hardship. They go hungry, they're cold, they're afraid, they even get injured and killed for our freedom. And that is what Timothy's asking us to be willing to. He's willing for us to be a good soldier. Be willing to give up something. Be willing to bear the burden that we have. Many of us here today have in fact endured hardships in our lives. Some are going through trials right now. Some of you are here today are going through trials as I speak. There's some who've been through the pains of divorce. There's been others who've lost loved ones who close to them recently. Yet others who are struggling financially or spiritually, and others who are even ill today. These are all spiritual battles that we all go through. And Peter is asking us to join in with him in suffering like a good soldier, being brave and cope with hardships as best we can, so that we can inherit eternal life. Paul, on the other hand, is asking us to put on the full armor of God. In Ephesians 6, verses 11, he says, put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Did you know the devil has schemes? He has a bunch of schemes. Let me tell you. He has a bunch of schemes. That's why I talked about anger and forgiveness last week, because he has a lot of schemes in anger. We need to learn to forgive one another and be as God wants us to be. So, letting go in the sense of sitting back and watching events unfold, however they may be, is just simply not biblical. We need to be good soldiers for Jesus Christ. Number two, we need to ask for God's help. First thing we need to understand is that we can do nothing without God's help and support. We cannot do anything without God's support. In John 15, verses 5, he says, I am the vine, and you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. The truth of the matter is, we can do nothing of eternal value apart from Christ and the power of the indwelling Holy Spirit. But we can do lots of stuff and assume we're going to and assume we're going to do it. But if we're doing it on our own power, we get the credit, right? We do. We get the credit, but there's no real eternal value. But we depend upon God for a lot of things. The picture that's up there of the vine and the branches in this verse is very important. I'd like for you to observe the structure of the vine. Christ is the main vine. We are the branches to the vine. Everything that produces fruit comes from the vine. Water, nutrients, and generic material of life itself comes from the vine. I want you to know nothing is provided by the branches themselves. The branches are something. The fruit hangs on it. That's all it is. The same thing is true of the Christian life. We are a conduit through which Christ displays his fruit. That's what we are. We're not the vine. Jesus is the vine. He provides all that's necessary for us to do what he wants us to do. So what does this have to do with letting go? Many believe that if we are truly in a state of letting go, we'll be able to see some striving and struggling, and this brings us to my third point. We're to strive to enter heaven. Jesus said that we're to strive to enter the narrow gates of life. In Luke 13, verses 24, he said, make every effort to enter the narrow door. Because many, I tell you, will try to enter and will not be able. Jesus says, there's an effort here we have to make. You don't sit back, wait, for God to do everything. Does this sound like we're to do nothing? Does this sound like let go and let God? Try to make every effort. It takes effort. James 2, verses 14 through 26, in the English, that Bible says, what good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but does not have works? Is this kind of faith saving? If a brother or sister is poorly clothed and lacks daily food, and one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm, be well. But you do not give them what the body needs, what good is it? Does this passage of Scripture sound like we should let go and let God? That is, in the sense of just sitting back and doing nothing, feeling nothing, saying nothing, and allowing circumstances to roll over us however they may? No. I believe that James here is saying that we're to have faith in action, meaning that we should walk the walk, not just talk the talk. Then a Christian's not sitting on the sidelines like a football game watching Alabama beat the Bulldogs. Then a true Christian is like becoming a team player for Jesus, and I call it sometimes that. I call it the sanctification process of the life of a Christian. One who plans to follow Jesus is always think for ways to serve Him. It is true. And we're not justified by our good deeds, but through our faith. However, our justification is for a purpose. And that is for us to do good works for the Lord. In Ephesians 2, verses 10, it says, for we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God has prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them. Oh, but does this sound like let go and let God? Of course it does. Folks, it's just not scriptural to think that way. However, the truth of the matter is that we can do nothing or is of terrible value apart from Christ and the power of the indwelling Holy Spirit. We should never forget this. It's through the vine that we get the power to do what Christ wants us to do. We're the branches from the vine that bears the fruit for Jesus. Help us never to forget that. We are nothing, I mean nothing, apart from the main vine and the Holy Spirit in our life. Maybe the term let go and let God should be defined this way. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Philippians 4, verse 13. Who first says let go and let God anyway? I searched for it on Google and someone wrote this. The affirmation let go and let God in this specific terminology originated in a 12-step recovery program. The first, of course, being Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, was founded in 1935. While I was unable to find the name of the individual specifically credited with the beginning use of this affirmation in the spiritual application of the 12-step recovery, because the affirmation has been around as long as the program, and is more likely credited to Bill. That's not the person. You know, it may just be. It may just be the case that even in AA recovery program, you know, like in Philippians 4:13, they be even more helpful. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. It may be that I don't know. And the Lord knows how much strength folks who have been addicted to alcohol really need. The new study published this month finds that the rate of alcohol use disorder, or what's known as alcoholism, rose by a shocking 49% in the first decade of 2000. One of 8 American adults, or 12.7% of the U.S. population, now meets diagnostic criteria for alcohol use disorder, according to the study. What do researchers think? What do they think is driving this? Why is this happening? I think the increase is due to stress and despair and the use of alcohol as a coping mechanism of stress in people's lives today. Said the study lead author, Richard Grant, a researcher at the National Institute of Health. What can we do as Christians to help? We can offer biblical advice. One thing like Philippians 4:13. Encourage those who are struggling with this dreaded disease. They need to know who can help them with their problem, and they need the support. They need our support to encourage them along the pathway of recovery. Granted, most ministers, even myself, can use various quotes, scriptural or not, to drive home a point. And this quote, "Let go and let God," has been used to point out that we need to turn our knees over to the Lord. In that sense, it's fine to say it. Fine to say it even though it's not a biblical term. Let go and let God. That's what you mean. And make it clear what you mean. However, for one to say that we do nothing, say nothing, feel nothing, and just live, it's not biblical nor should it be implied. Anything. We don't just let go and let God. Even in AA, there are things one must do in the recovery process, just as there is something for us to do as followers. In summary, do we simply let go and let God? Is this statement really biblical? What is biblical? And what do we do? Number one, we need to be good soldiers for Jesus Christ. Number two, we need to ask God for help. Number three, we need to strive to enter heaven by A, believing that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. B, turning from our old life of sin and living to the best of our ability as a new life for Christ. C, confess His name before men. And D, be baptized into His name for the forgiveness of sins. When you do these things, we will receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. That will do three things. Number one, help us to become good soldiers for Jesus. Number two, help us with our struggles. And number three, help us become more Christ-like. Folks, don't base your life around famous quotes. Base your life around the truth that can only be found in God's Word. If you're not in God's army today and you'd like to become a soldier for Jesus Christ, you've never been baptized into Christ, if you'd like to do that today, the opportunity is yours right now. If you go, come on.